Guy Havard, fire away.
Jamie, many congratulations, not just for the call-up, but for the season. How pleased were you with the way it went, with the goals and the awards?
Yeah, thanks very much. Obviously it's a very proud moment for both me and my family, and the journey that I undertook. It's a proud moment, all right. It's been a great season both as a team and personally. So no, I couldn't imagine going over this time last year. How well it's gone. So I'm very thankful.
A lot of the Irish players go straight into the English leagues. What took you to Scotland?
I suppose there was a few factors. I was coming out of a contract at Dundalk, and I wanted to try something new. There was a few teams down south, from speaking to the managers and that, and I don't know, I wasn't really getting a good vibe off any of them, to be honest. I wasn't sure if I'd play regularly. They were kind of just taking a chance on me, maybe because I was free. So speaking with the gaffer at St Mirren, he really sold it to me. He really wanted me there. He basically told me, I hope you're only here for a few months or a season or two. So he just said, use this as a stepping stone. And thankfully it's worked out that way so far. And I'm really enjoying it.
Because we've seen quite a few of the lads in Ireland not getting a lot of game time, particularly this season. Can you sort of put a price on someone at your age and your development playing week in, week out?
No, I don't think you can put a price on it, to be honest. I was fortunate enough to be kind of experienced in the League of Ireland. I got my chance there from a young age under Liam Buckley, and I'm forever thankful for him, because I was playing men's football from 17, 18 years of age, whereas a lot of people my age at that time might have been playing in academy football, under 23 football. So I think that is very, very important, and I can't stress how thankful I am for Liam for giving me the opportunity back then. And I think it definitely is, from a young age, it is very, very important to play alongside men, and you get to learn things off experienced players that you might not in academies.
Thanks, Jamie.
No problem.
Tony O'Donoghue, please.
Jamie, hi, how are you doing?
Hi Tony, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, yeah. Congratulations on the call-up. And you must be in with a very good chance of getting game time, do you think, against Andorra and Hungary?
No, I'm just coming in. I want to train well. Obviously, I want to put my best foot forward. I want to play. I'm not coming in to try and make up numbers or that. So, but to do that, I need to impress in training. So that's my sole focus at the minute. I have to get in, mix well with the lads. They've been very, very welcoming, which was nice. So, I just have to try and do well in the training pitch and take it from there.
Stephen actually talked about wanting someone in the number 10 position, which is where you have shone for him before.
Yeah, Stephen Saimi, I think, is a 20-year-old, so I'd be very familiar with how he plays, and he's probably familiar with how I play. So it's probably a help, to be honest, coming in, knowing the manager and stuff like that. So it's been a great few days so far. So looking forward to it.
Did you feel through the season that you might have been in his thoughts?
To be honest, it was always a distant thought. I was just focusing on going to Scotland, doing well. It was a big change from coming from Dundalk to a side that isn't used to winning week in, week out. So had to adjust to that, had to adjust to living away from home. So I wanted to just focus on having the best season possible, doing everything I could to facilitate that. And obviously the bonus now is I'm in here now. So it's been a good year.
Absolutely. Well, it'll hopefully get better as well. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, Tony.
Owen Cowser.
Hey Jamie, how are you doing?
Hi Owen, how are you?
Good, you. Just obviously you played for Stephen before, and I know he likes to encourage his own players. Did he ever tell you when you were at Dundalk that he could see you making an Ireland squad?
No, I don't think that was in his thoughts at the time. He must have seen something if he signed me, but his sole focus was me doing a job for the team at the time. I probably did take that first season just to bed in. I was coming into a changing room full of winners and big physical men, so I had to adjust to that side of it. And I think after my first season there, I took off in the second season. We had a fantastic 2018. So, but no, I have really enjoyed working under him in the past.
Yeah, but no, when he was signing you, what was he telling you? Your ceiling was, or how far you could go?
I never really touched on it, to be honest. He obviously thought I had bags of ability, and he probably was hard on my case because he probably thought I was kind of playing things safe and not showing my true kind of expression, not playing with freedom. So I remember my first year especially, he was constantly on my case, coming in at half time, stop passing the ball backwards, stop passing the sideways. I wanted to give the ball away, I wanted to try things. So yeah, I'm very thankful for the way he managed me in that first year especially.
Yeah, like, do you think that may change your attitude or change the way you did play?
Yeah, I think it was more of a learning curve. I was kind of coming in, big side, big reputation. I kind of just wanted to just keep the ball. I didn't want to do that and give the ball away. So he was changing my mentality throughout that first year, and yeah, I am thankful for that.
Yeah. And I know when you were leaving Dundalk, I mean, obviously at the time Vinny was trying to convince you that you should stay at home for one more year. But like, were you talking to Stephen or anyone like that about, or sending them out to see what they thought you should do?
I actually got chatting to Stephen at a wedding just before I'd actually just signed for St Mirren, and he was just asking me, because I hadn't chatted to him in a while. He was just asking me what are you thinking, and I was telling him like I was just signed across the water. So he was delighted for me. He thought that was probably the best step for me. So yeah, like I said, it's worked out well, thank God, and hopefully he can continue.
Yeah, was that Dame Massey's wedding then?
Yeah, it was Dame Massey's. Yeah, just after Christmas. Yeah. So.
All right, thanks, Jamie.
No bother, Owen, thank you.
Paul Lennon, please.
Jamie, how are you?
Hiya, Paul, how are you?
Good. I saw in the gym a few weeks ago about this really good season that the club had, even though he just missed out on the top six, and he was extolling your virtues and saying that he felt that Stephen should have a look at you for the senior squad. He was saying also, interesting, that apart from playing number 10, that you do a more general midfield job as well, that you're not just a number 10, you can play in any position in central midfield. Is that something that's developed in your game, do you think, in the last year or two?
Yeah, I think definitely. Kind of at Dundalk, it was kind of me, Chris Shields and Robbie Benson, and I'd kind of have the licence to be kind of one of the most furthest forward there, but I still had to do a job behind me. But I think this season the gaffer kind of doesn't really play with an out-and-out number 10, so the onus was on me to get forward and support the striker, but at the same time I did have to get back and get behind the ball and get close to people. So no, it's a role I really enjoy, just getting around the pitch. I like to get close to people as well as doing the other side of it. But no, I've really enjoyed it.
And obviously there's a lot of competition, a lot of young players come into the squad in the last year. So do you think you're capable of making the step up next full senior international level?
No, definitely. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it, like I said, so far. The boys have been very welcoming, and yeah, it's up to me now to do well on the training pitch and stake a claim for the match on Thursday night. So no, that's all I'm focused on at the minute.
Just interesting that you come from a place up by where hurling is kind of the big game.
Yeah.
How much was it a choice in your sporting life to go for football?
Yeah, my granddad would have been a massive hurling man. He would have played for Meath and stuff. So yeah, it was probably in the family, my cousins as well. But my father was a big football man, so yeah, not that he kept me away from it. He always gave me the option to play whatever I wanted to. But yeah, football was always my one love. So I didn't really play hurling or football. So yeah, it was always football.
And just despite a lot of speculation about your future, you've another year to go at St Mirren, but you've been linked with clubs supposedly interested in you from both Scotland and England. Has that been playing on your mind at all, or what's your feelings for the future?
No, it's not been on my mind. I'm delighted that to finish the season off injury free and still hitting a bit of form as well. So it was nice to see out the season like that. I was just focused on taking a break, and then I got word that I'm coming in here, which was unbelievable news. So no, I haven't really been focused on too much, to be honest. My sole focus has just been on this trip since I got word. So while whatever happens after this happens, but yeah, for the minute my sole focus is here.
Thanks, Jamie.
No problem, thank you.
Okay, 5 minutes left, guys. Aidan Fitzmaurice next.
Hey Jamie, how's it going?
Hi, Ed.
Just you mentioned Jim earlier on. Jim obviously had a good career as a player, but just one cap. Did you have any chats with him about his regrets? Why, how he found it difficult, and what you needed to do to do better than he did at international level?
Yes, I think from speaking with Jamie, he's very modest. He was saying at the time they were throwing out caps, but no, I don't think that was the case. I know he was very big part of that 21 squad back in the day. He was telling me that he could have had moves across Europe, and for some reason or other, it just kind of fell through. So I think luck has to play a big part in it as well. So no, he's kind of briefly touched on it, but he hasn't. He doesn't live in the past either. So.
Okay. Just on the creativity again, you touched on it earlier on. And Stephen did mention yourself and Danny Mandrew, what you can add. Having watched Ireland over the last year, and not looking for you to be critical here, but what did you see there that you think you can add in terms of creating assists, making things happen, or scoring goals? Where do you see you can fit in there to improve things in terms of scoring goals?
Well, first of all, I work hard like everybody else. Like I said, I like doing the other side of it as well. So I hope I can just fit in and maybe hopefully add a goal or two. I've hit 17 this season. I know a few have been from the spot, but kind of when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. So I'm hoping to come in and maybe nick a goal or two.
Okay, just finally then, just in terms of playing in Scotland, a lot of actors, particularly Trapattoni, just ignored Scotland apart from Nathan Keady and maybe Darren O'Day. They didn't pick any players from there, and were very rare. Do you feel with the struggles that a lot of our players have had now, particularly in the Championship, not getting games, you can that first of all, there isn't that big of a gap, and that other players can maybe follow you and say that Scotland can't be looked down on? Yeah,
well, I haven't experienced much football in England, so I can't really say. But from my experience of coming from the League of Ireland over to the Scottish League, I found that League of Ireland from a young age was very, very good for my development. Like I touched on earlier, a lot of lads at my age at that time were probably in and around 23s football. It might look great and everything, but it's kind of false at the same time. You're not playing against experienced pros. You're training with them day in, day out. Like, you can't be playing with experience and maybe even getting a sly dig or that off a big centre back or that. So no, I think it is a route, and hopefully I've maybe set a trend for people staying in the league a bit longer. But yeah, I found that the Scottish League was very helpful for me as well, and probably for that I wouldn't be here. So
great, thanks, Jamie.
Thanks, Ed.
Okay, and finally Damien Spellman.
Hi, Jamie. Just one, given the season you've had and the fact that you could go back with a couple of caps, hopefully, do you think next season you'll be a marked man in Scotland? And if you are you relishing that sort of challenge of coping with that?
Yeah, I haven't even thought about that, to be honest. I suppose probably after Christmas that I probably was known for scoring from midfield. So yeah, I did notice that maybe a few times there's been doubled up on, but I think at Dundalk, I probably learnt that every team week in, week out was trying to do you, because you're there at the top, so they're trying their best to knock you and prove that they should be in your boots. So I think I have got some good learning from that.